Welcome to Home Cinema and Tech Review. In this video, I'm going to compare the RayNeo Air 2 with my Qned LG TV. The RayNeo Air 2 is costing less than $400 and can create 200-inch plus image size. Since we have two OLED screens of each side of this glass, it will represent 4K. In my imagination, of course, in my experience, all I can tell you, two separate Full HDs really feels like 4K when you look at them. This device can create, like I said, 200-inch plus, and it costs less than $400. And this is LG Qned 816Ri TV that I got. This is a 65-inch TV with a 120 Hz refresh rate, and this glass gives us 120 Hz of refresh rate. So for the gaming capabilities, both of them are quite good. But this AR glass, RayNeo Air 2, has two OLED screens. So I am going to do side-by-side video to compare which one is better on the contrast and the sharpness if you're going to ever decide buy something like this. Or if you're living alone, if you're thinking instead of buying a new TV, you might be thinking the portable TV. Wherever you want to go, you can stick this up to your smartphone and watch any content that you like anywhere with a 200-inch plus sizes with an OLED brightness and contrast. So without further ado, I'm going to dive deep with the side-by-side pictures. But before diving deep, let me just remind you, since this device can create 200-inch from 6 meters, and this is a 65-inch TV, I'm going to shoot them with the fixed exposure settings of the camera, and I'm going to probably try to match them, at least sizes, to do side by side for you to compare the contrast and overall sharpness. But this won't be the justice, because this is 200-inch plus from 6 meters, and I'm watching this 65-inch TV from roughly 4 meters, 4.5 meters. Since this is a TV, many of the people probably watch from similar distances. So I'm going to try to show you what 200-inch look like, and of course 65-inch against this huge size, side by side, like a picture-in-picture style, so you will get some sort of idea. But definitely I can't replicate the exact feeling of the RayNeo Air 2 can create, or AR glasses like this can create. But I made a dedicated long video. I have also compared this to my 4K projector. Let me just remind you the prices again. TV is around $1,500 roughly in my country, Turkey, but probably around the world are $1,200, maybe $1,000-ish. So this is less than $400, which means TV is expensive like 3 to 5 times depending on where you live. This is 3 to 5 times cheaper device, and it's portable. So that is a big point to consider before making a purchase. So without further ado, I'm going to show you side by side RayNeo Air 2 versus LG 65 Qned TV. Has started with the same settings, and the picture quality won't be doing the justice to the RayNeo Air 2. The reason behind it is very difficult to put a super macro lens inside. By far right now you're seeing a brighter picture. The reason behind it is its peak brightness of 600 nits. It's more, but by the way, this is not the top brightness settings, and I'm going to try to dim. Right now it's in kind of like middle. We got like 9 levels, and it's about right now 4 or 5 if I remember correctly, and it's already brighter than the TV. You're going to probably witness that, some of the overexposure because of the fixed exposure to the TV's full brightness. I'm going to move the RayNeo brightness to little down. I'm dimming down the RayNeo. As you can see, this is the dimmest setting of the RayNeo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9. So basically some of the stuff is overexposed. I'm going 2 stops or 3 stops back, and you got a clear idea. Blacks are better. definitely HDR is kind of like better in my opinion. I'm looking through the objective right now, the behind the lens, as much as I can tell you, but the picture size is huge comparison, and my macro lens is not perfect. It's very difficult to get inside, and I'm shooting with the crop factor right now, and as you can see, some of the HDR tones are gone right now. I gotta dim it down for the camera for to capture the HDRs of the RayNeo Air 2. I'm going to push it up again. So you got like this extreme contrast and high dynamic range. The reason that I'm dimming down, it's tone to TV. Don't focus on the color tones of default. TV was the default, and this is the RayNeo Air 2's default, by the way. So RayNeo tend to go a little bit of reddish, I suppose. We will see on the side by side. You will tell in the comments section, but clearly on the rocks, on the darkest areas, blacks and whites, this is pure OLED difference between the Qned and OLED. Although I always say I don't care, but since you have the OLED stuff like OLED ability with the 200-inch with the price of less than $400, this is something that you should be considering. I think the most important part of this AR glass is to, having the ability, let me just get it higher, this extreme brightness level, and of course the details in the blacks without losing anything, and having ability to achieve around 200-inch size image wherever you go. So this is getting my plus point again against the Qned TV, and TV is much more expensive than this glass. Of course, TV has easy to usability in a living room, in maybe a bedroom, anywhere, but this is portable and way better wherever you go. There are some downsides, of course, but I have always I explained all these things with side by side against the projector. It can replace the projector, and if you can connect this to a TV receiver, satellite receiver from HDMI with the converter, or plain online content, you can, replace the TV, many TVs, probably that you imagine, 5 times expensive than this glass. Hope to see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and like.